Welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in American coin history, the 1998 Roosevelt 1-cent coin, a coin that has shocked collectors around the world with a jaw-dropping value of up to $65 million due to rare minting errors, unique mistakes, and extraordinary possibilities that make it far more valuable than its humble face value of just 1 cent. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket change worth millions. Sounds unbelievable, right? But in the world of numismatics, such miracles do happen, and the 1998 Roosevelt 1-cent coin is one of those extraordinary cases that continues to capture the imagination of collectors and treasure hunters alike. To understand why this coin is so incredibly valuable, we need to look closely at its origin and the strange story behind its creation. The Roosevelt design, originally meant for the dime, somehow appeared on a 1-cent planchet in 1998, a remarkable minting blunder that created an unintentional rarity. During the minting process, a few planchets, the blank discs used for striking coins, got mixed up at the U.S. Mint, leading to the accidental striking of Roosevelt's image on a copper-coated zinc penny blank instead of a dime planchet. Such an error is so unusual that only a handful of examples are believed to exist, and when one appears, it sends waves of excitement through the coin community. The 1998 Roosevelt 1-cent coin exhibits a variety of striking errors that make it special. Some examples have double-dyed verse, where Roosevelt's portrait and the inscriptions appear slightly double due to misalignment during the die striking process. Others show off-center strikes, where the design is misprinted, revealing the raw edge of the planchet. There are also specimens featuring missing mint marks or even mismatched mint marks, such as a D mark where there should have been a P, or vice versa, pointing to confusion during the production process. These mistakes, while small to the average eye, are like winning lottery tickets in the world of coin collecting, because they signify one-of-a-kind minting anomalies. When collectors talk about rarity, they're talking about how limited the supply is, and when something like this appears with errors that are nearly impossible to replicate, the value skyrockets. Numismatists, experts who study coins, believe that the 1998 Roosevelt 1-cent era coin could have originated from a transitional minting experiment or a rare die mix-up. Transitional errors happen when a coin is struck using old designs or incorrect materials during a changeover year, and 1998 was a period when the U.S. Mint was transitioning between different die sets and metal compositions. A mix-up between dime and cent production lines could have easily led to the creation of such a legendary error. The result is a coin that looks slightly different from a regular penny in color, weight, or metallic composition, and that difference alone can turn it into a multi-million-dollar collectible. What makes this particular coin so fascinating is that it challenges our perception of value. It reminds us that even the smallest mistakes can create massive worth when rarity and history combine. The fact that this coin's face value is only 1 cent yet has sold for or been estimated at $65 million is mind-blowing. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices because they know that these coins are not only rare but represent a tangible piece of minting history that tells a story of human error, mechanical precision, and pure luck. Some experts even argue that the $65 million valuation reflects the extreme rarity of this coin being possibly one of one, meaning no other identical specimen exists anywhere in the world. When an item reaches such a level of uniqueness, its price is no longer based on metal or face value. It's based entirely on the demand of elite collectors who are willing to spend millions for a chance to own a historic masterpiece. The fascinating part is that some people might still have one sitting unnoticed in their drawers or coin jars, mistaking it for an ordinary penny. The best way to identify a potential 1998 Roosevelt 1-cent era coin is by checking the portrait and inscriptions closely. If you notice that Roosevelt's face appears instead of Lincoln's or that the coin seems slightly smaller, lighter, or thinner than a normal penny, you might have struck gold, or in this case, copper worth millions. Other diagnostic features include a different rim shape, unusual color tones, and distinct lettering errors. Even microscopic variations in design can make a huge difference in determining authenticity and value. Professional coin grading services can confirm whether a coin is genuine and assign it a grade, and coins graded at higher conditions, especially those in mint or near mint state, command significantly higher prices at auctions. Over the years, collectors have chased these mysterious coins across flea markets, estate sales, and online auctions, hoping to uncover the next big treasure. Every time a coin like this appears, it reignites the passion for coin collecting, reminding everyone that the smallest details can carry the biggest rewards. The 1998 Roosevelt 1-cent coin story serves as a perfect example of how unpredictable and thrilling the world of coin collecting can be, a world where history, craftsmanship, and human error converge to create unbelievable fortune. So, if you ever come across a 1998 penny that looks just a bit odd, take a closer look. You might be holding a rare minting marvel worth more than you can imagine. Keep checking your change, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a small coin with a big story, because sometimes, that 1 cent could be worth $65 million. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of modern U.S. coins, the 2016 Roosevelt Liberty 1-cent coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike, rumored to be worth an astonishing $87 million because of its extraordinary minting errors, mystery origins, and unbelievable rarity. While a regular 2016 Roosevelt dime, or 1-cent coin as it's often mistakenly called, might only have a face value of a few cents, the rare error version discovered from that year has created waves across the numismatic community for being one of the most intriguing modern mint mistakes ever recorded. This coin's story begins at the United States Mint, where billions of coins are produced each year with incredible precision, yet even with advanced machinery, a tiny slip, a mismatched die, or an off-metal strike can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. The 2016 Roosevelt coin in question is believed to have originated from a rare combination of minting mistakes that resulted in an incredibly valuable piece, far different from the standard dimes you find in circulation. Imagine a coin struck with the wrong metal composition, say, a cent planchet instead of a dime's copper-nickel clad, or one bearing the wrong mint mark, or even having a double die obverse where Roosevelt's face appears doubled under magnification. These are the types of unique defects that can elevate a coin's value from a few cents to millions of dollars in the eyes of collectors and investors alike. In the case of the 2016 Roosevelt 1 cent, what makes it especially captivating is the possibility of a mint mark error that has confused experts for years. Some believe that a few 2016 coins were mistakenly struck with the wrong mint mark, perhaps a P or D misplaced or missing entirely, while others show signs of overstriking, where the design from one coin was pressed over another, leading to an overlapping of features that shouldn't coexist. There are reports of coins bearing partial inscriptions, misaligned lettering, or even faint ghost impressions of another denomination, like a cent or nickel, underneath Roosevelt's portrait. All these elements add layers of mystery and rarity, and when combined, they produce what collectors call a 1 in a billion coin. The valuation of $87 million might sound unbelievable, but in the world of collectibles, where rarity, condition, and story all come together, extraordinary prices have been paid for coins with similarly rare characteristics. For example, the famous 1943 copper Lincoln cent, which was accidentally struck on bronze planchets during World War II, has sold for over $1 million. The 2016 Roosevelt-era coin falls into that same category of extreme rarity, where an innocent minting mistake transforms a simple coin into an artifact of immense historical and monetary significance. Experts speculate that only one or perhaps a handful of these coins exist, and because their precise minting circumstances remain uncertain, their mystery only adds to the value. It's believed that a coin collector stumbled upon this 2016 Roosevelt piece purely by chance, mistaking it at first for a regular dime, until a closer inspection under a magnifying glass revealed strange distortions on the date, mint mark, and lettering. The Liberty inscription reportedly appeared doubled, and Roosevelt's profile looked slightly shifted to one side, with subtle die cracks near the rim. Even more baffling was the metal composition. Tests showed that the coin had traces of copper inconsistent with the normal copper-nickel clad used in dimes, suggesting a possible wrong planchet error. This combination of off-metal strike, doubling, and mint mark anomaly pushed its estimated value into astronomical territory. Numismatic experts say that when such a coin is authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, and confirmed as a genuine mint error rather than post-mint damage, its value can soar beyond imagination. What makes coins like the 2016 Roosevelt Liberty piece so special is the way they connect both history and human error. Each mistake tells a story of a fleeting moment during the minting process that no one noticed until the coin entered circulation. It's almost poetic to think that a small copper-colored piece you could find in your pocket change might secretly be worth millions. Many collectors have since begun searching their jars, wallets, and rolls of coins, hoping to find a similar treasure. The demand for error coins has exploded, and videos showcasing these ultra-rare finds have gone viral, fueling dreams of striking it rich from spare change. But only those with a keen eye and patience will ever come across such extraordinary pieces. The key signs to look for include doubling on the inscriptions, Liberty, or In God We Trust, missing or misaligned mint marks, an unusual metal color or texture, and differences in weight compared to standard coins. If any of these are spotted, it's crucial to have the coin professionally appraised before cleaning or handling it further, as improper cleaning can reduce value dramatically. The 2016 Roosevelt 1-cent coin's legend continues to inspire collectors worldwide, symbolizing the unpredictable magic of numismatics, where precision meets chance, and even the tiniest imperfection can lead to fortune. Whether the coin's $87 million valuation is symbolic or based on speculative auction figures, one thing is certain: it represents the boundless fascination that people have with rare coins and the enduring hope that something extraordinary could be hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you come across a 2016 Roosevelt dime, or any coin that looks a little off, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, because it might just be one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted in the United States. A once-in-a-lifetime find that transforms an ordinary collector into a millionaire overnight. The 1983 Roosevelt 1-cent USA Liberty coin that has stunned collectors across the world, with some rare error varieties reportedly valued as high as an unbelievable $54 million. Yes, you heard that right, $54 million. Now, before you rush to check your pocket change, let's explore how a simple 1-cent coin, something so small and ordinary, could become a collector's dream worth millions. The 1983 Roosevelt coin is already interesting because the early 1980s marked a turning point in U.S. minting history, as the composition of coins shifted and the mints introduced small but significant design and production changes. Most 1983 Roosevelt coins were struck in copper-plated zinc, continuing the transition that began in 1982 when the U.S. Mint changed from mostly copper pennies due to rising metal costs. However, the 1983 series is known for a variety of minting errors that can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into something extraordinary. It's these mistakes, those rare, unintended imperfections, that can make a coin worth far more than its face value. Some 1983 Roosevelt Liberty coins feature striking mint mark errors, double die obverse, planchet mistakes, and even off-center strikes, each of which contributes to its rarity and value. What makes the $54 million claim especially interesting is the possibility that the coin in question isn't a regular zinc coin but one struck on a rare bronze or copper planchet that somehow got mixed in at the mint. If a 1983 coin was accidentally struck on a leftover copper planchet from 1982, that would immediately make it a one-of-a-kind minting anomaly. Such coins have been authenticated in other years, fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars, so the idea that a unique 1983 specimen could reach an astronomical figure isn't out of the realm of possibility for passionate collectors. Minting errors happen for many reasons. Sometimes the wrong planchet is fed into the press, sometimes the die gets doubled or misaligned, and occasionally the coin is struck multiple times. The 1983 Roosevelt Liberty coin with an extreme error could show signs of doubling on Roosevelt's profile, the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," or the date, 1983, itself. A missing or misplaced mint mark, like an inverted P or D, or even a coin with no mint mark where there should have been one, also dramatically increases value. Each of these possibilities excites collectors because they point to a small moment in minting history when something went unexpectedly wrong, making the coin a physical piece of a story that can never be recreated. But what really fuels the staggering valuation of such coins is their combination of rarity, historical context, and collector obsession. A coin that's both from a transitional period and carries an undeniable era instantly becomes a magnet for high bids at auctions. The 1983 Roosevelt 1-cent Liberty coin sits right at that sweet spot. Imagine the frenzy when a coin that's supposed to be worth just 1 cent suddenly shows up at an auction, authenticated by experts as a legitimate mint error, and then sets off a bidding war among collectors eager to own a piece of numismatic history. That's where the multimillion-dollar valuations come from, the meeting of rarity, demand, and the human fascination with imperfections. To the untrained eye, these coins might look just like every other penny, but under magnification, collectors can identify differences that make them priceless. Even slight variations in the die, small cracks in the metal, or faint doubling can mean the difference between a penny that's worth 1 cent and one that's worth millions. Sometimes, these valuable errors also occur when coins are struck with dies intended for different denominations, resulting in mismatched designs or inscriptions, a minting blunder that becomes a once-in-a-lifetime find. For example, a coin might have a penny design but the metal composition of a dime or vice versa, making it an ultra-rare hybrid collectible. The legend of the 1983 Roosevelt Liberty coin worth $54 million serves as a reminder of how unpredictable and thrilling the world of coin collecting can be. While not every 1983 coin you find will make you rich, it's still worth checking your change carefully, especially for signs like doubling, off-centering, or unusual coloration that could hint at a different metal composition. The value doesn't just come from metal, it comes from history, from stories, from the fact that every era coin represents something that slipped through the cracks of a massive industrial process and lived on to surprise someone decades later. These coins are like little mysteries, each with a unique fingerprint of time, craftsmanship, and chance. The 1983 Roosevelt 1-cent Liberty coin story perfectly captures that magic. It bridges the line between common currency and rare art, between human error and collector passion. So next time you're holding a penny from 1983, take a moment to look closely. You never know what secrets it might hold. Maybe the next one you find could be the mysterious error coin worth millions. Whether you're a beginner or a long-time coin enthusiast, the thrill of discovery is what keeps this hobby alive. So keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, your pocket change might just contain the next headline-making treasure.